yet again for another Mindfulness Power Hour. According to my records, this is Power Hour number 25. This week, I've sat here, maybe sometimes in this office, with 25 of these live streams. 25 is consistently challenging these guys out there to take care of yourself, to make those investments into yourself. Someone who has struggled with following through for most of my life, it is pretty cool to be following through something like this. To keep showing up each day. Get my wellness on to hopefully inspire you guys to get Yinz's wellness on as well. To keep crafting my skills. I check out the main man Rocky out there on the TikTok stream. It is always a pleasure to be able to do something like this. To work hard, to try to help improve the world. Right? Uh, for those of you who do not know, my name is Mr. Conrad. I'm a therapist. I am the owner operator soul therapist in August West Palm, located down in Fort Brick. This is my weekly live stream. Speak the magic, the awesomeness that happens within these office walls, and put it out there to the world. I feel that social media is very much a scourge of problem in our world. But addictions, guys, also mental health content, right? For that good that we can make your feed possible, right? Like some mental health stuff, then it goes to feed your algorithm, feed you all kinds of other mental health stuff, right? And with the way the world works, man, we need as much healing and all that as we can get, right? So that's what we do here, right? We're committed to changing the world one positive interaction at a time. Uh, we definitely got to find that together. But at least we have this kind of access here where we can check in with each other and see how everybody's doing, right? Keep motivating us to have that good time, good skills. One of the things I'd like to remind everybody is that I kind of started this also meeting our Pittsburgh chapter of the Church of Agnostic Hope and Wonder, where we hope for a better tomorrow while wondering what the future is going to be. And we try to build this online community where we can talk and relate and hang out, right? Talk about our successes, the things that are going well, the things in life that are good, things in life that are bad. Really trying to identify our thoughts and our feelings. Maybe identifying where we're at in life, maybe where we'd like to go. Maybe try to figure out different ways to improve our station. One of the big things for me here today is this looks like it might just be one of, if not the last mindfulness power hours that will occur in the evening hours. I am in the process as you, yes, Rodney, it works up somewhere there in Walmart. So now, when every time I go there, I look to my right to see if she's there or not. I like to keep tabs on it, see how you do. Um, ADHD very lost my train of thought. The Atlanta Studios. So it looks like next week, finalizing the contract, finalizing the membership. If you signed up over there at Atlanta Studios, still hope I'm pronouncing that wrong. That's going to allow me to record different podcasts, different ideas I have there, and again, try to get that mental health, that mental out there in the world. What's going to be nice at the Atlanta Studios is they have all the equipment. They have all the microphones. They have all the things. So I'm not going to have to worry about remembering to attach the mic to me. They're going to be right there on the table. So the part of that of realigning my schedule is that instead of trying to do this on Thursdays after a long day of working, after a long week of working, right, that I'm going to record this power hour in the morning, right? It's going to become a morning show. As before, there are live replays. All of these are recorded and then put on a playlist. So the recordings will always be available, right? They'll always be available. But because I'm going to be recording them in an actual studio now, the production quality should be much better, much higher.
So hopefully that helps entice people not only turn in live, but making sure they're tuning into the replays that will be posted probably just primarily on YouTube. So yeah, big things are happening. Right? I think that's where it's pretty interesting to have this one be the 25th version of this Mindfulness Power Hour. The flag, you mean the tapestry? The tapestry is, I guess it's reversed on TikTok. It's normal on the YouTube. In the middle, it says coexist. For being a therapy office, I thought that was a really nice message to kind of convey to all my prospective clients that we need to figure out a way to coexist with the world. Uh, and because at the time I didn't have a lot of art in this and that for the walls, it was a very nice, easy way to cover a big section of the wall. And Rodney, I do hope, keep messaging me. Um, I hope that we work hard to find some time to hang out. It's tough with as busy as I am, but we're going to keep working on it. If we can figure out, we got to check into Rodney. So message me privately. We'll figure that out. Oh, Adolf Hitler. Okay. Well, good luck with all that. Uh, so yeah, big things happen. We're going to be making this into that morning show, right? You know, we're going to be making this into that morning show, which I think is great because I grew up on the TV morning show here in Pittsburgh. So now I'm going to kind of be doing my own morning show kind of thing, which I'm really excited about. That's going to be a good old time, that's for sure. So yeah, moving into a professional studio with professional equipment, being able to record this kind of podcast, this kind of stream for real. It's going to be exciting stuff. It really is upgrading like that. And then I just got confirmation today. We're under a month now. So it'll be the last Monday, February. Monday, February 23rd, is the first of the monthly mindfulness series uh, down at Staging Space in Newcastle. It'll start at 7 p.m. Suggested donation of $10. We're just going to be hanging out, talking all things mental health, talking all things mindfulness. It's going to be the same kind of format as we hear here, but just live and in person, right? We'll be talking all things mental health, different coping skills, different strategies. And I hope to end each one of those with some sort of meditation, maybe even a sound bath. That's going to be a really exciting mindfulness series down there at Saging Space and Weekend, Monday, February 23rd. And then it will be the last Monday of every month. That's an exciting thing, right? And then I'm still working on whether it's going to be a club or a society or this or a member. Not sure quite yet what we're going to call it, but I'm working on some sort of program to help figure out emotions, coping, and all that. We're going to have sound baths, meditations, all kinds of good stuff with that. That membership club program, whatever I end up calling it, it's going to be launched. And I hope I can finalize all that in the part. That's going to be a weekly live stream sound bath kind of thing. So it's going to be like this, but a little bit more organized and productive. This has kind of been a personal project. It's kind of become a personal video log where I'm just kind of checking in on where I'm at with things in life, where I'm at with the progress of these dreams, talking through and practicing the different, getting the reps into leading meditations and things like that. Roddy, and I think that's what's nice about doing live streams and things like this, right? Is it gives us an opportunity to check in, to chat, right? And that's where we can talk privately more about what we could do to maybe restart a lot of that, right? But again, that's why I'm trying to do live streams like this. Is why I create the social media content that I do. Is I have a lot of former clients out, right? Remarkably, this summer, will be my 16th year in the mental health field. It is, 16 years since I graduated my bachelor's degree. It'll be 7 years since I got my LPC. And this January marks 6 years of me having my private practice August West Wellness Hope, right? There's a lot of former clients out there. There's a lot of people that seemingly have been very touched and helped by what we do here in this office. I just had a client come in today and I was worried, I hadn't seen him in a while. Was kind of like, oh man, what's going on? And but bam, he just called a session to thank me because life is going so well. That what we talked about and worked on in here has helped him build a life that he's very proud of and very happy. Right? So I think that is just an awesome thing. I love when I learn how much I've been able to help somebody. Right? Like you, Rod, right? We did good work together when you were younger. I mean, you graduated high school now. How crazy is that, right? You're growing up, and we need to have skills and knowledge, understanding of our mental health and the world around us to help us get through. And mindfulness can be a really important way to get there, right? To be able to use the power of our own brain to block out the doom and gloom, block out the world, right? And be able to focus and concentrate on what is going on in front of us. To be able to stack those victories and do something with our life and make sure life is looking how we want it to look, right? Chasing those dreams, chasing those goals, right? One of the biggest secrets of life that I think isn't much of a secret, but it's such an important thing, is to always keep growing, always keep learning, right? Always keep finding, ways to do better and be better, right? And mindfulness is an important tool, right? And mindfulness is not what you do, it's how you do something, right? It's being focused on the here and now and blocking out the intrusive thoughts, blocking out those voices in your head, and staying focused on what's in front of you. And there's a lot of different ways to access that mindfulness, right? For some of us, it's taking deep breaths. Some of us, it's grounding, checking in with our senses. Some of my clients just count, right? There's the brain humming that I love the teachings guide. If you haven't checked out the brain humming, there's definitely videos on my channel, on my feed, that demonstrate the brain humming, right? Using the power of our own voice. Uh, there's all kinds of ways to access that mindfulness, and it just does good things to the brain. I see you're better at this. See, there's a Sam there on the Thinking You Talk asking, who's this? I guess not about me. My name is Mr. Ryan. I am the Yinzer therapist. Welcome to the Mindfulness Power Hour, where we talk about all things mental health related. And at the end of this stream, we get to do a live coping skill demonstration. And today, we're going to be doing a little mini sound bath with my singing bowl here. Before we get to the sound bath, before we get to that healing, I like to talk about all things mental health. I like to talk about the mindfulness that we're trying to promote here, right? Trying to get people to take a time out in their day, tune into themselves, their emotions, their feelings. Studies continue to show that 15 to 20 minutes of mindfulness a day, taking that time into yourself, can literally grow yourself a healthier brain, can literally grow the brain fibers stronger in your prefrontal cortex. That prefrontal cortex is the quarterback of your brain. I mean, you have a stronger prefrontal cortex, you have better emotional regulation, you have better executive functioning, your brain just overall goes better, right? That's why things like this I think are so important. Talking mindfulness mental health to people, I think, is just so important because it literally matters. It literally changes the way we interact with the world around us. It changes how we perceive and interpret our reality. We have good, strong mindfulness that means we're in better control of our emotions, right? Which then allows us to make good, strong, wise decisions from that wise mind. Uh, there's Jacob there. Uh, it needs more than mindfulness. I think mindfulness is a good start. There's a lot to it. I think that's one of my goals with this kind of stream is to give people a peek, a little taste of what it's like to be in a therapist's office, to what it is like to work in this kind of setting. What are the different things that you would do or talk about in that kind of setup, right? I think it's an important thing to kind of give people that little taste, so that maybe they can be like, oh man, that's some good shit. I should go get me a therapist, right? And the hope too is that because I'm going to be hiring therapists here soon, right? That maybe if you tune into a stream like this and check out my content on the socials, you're like, man, that's a cool dude. I could work with somebody like that. I could fuck with a therapist like that. And while maybe my schedule is too busy, I'll have these other therapists to work, right? And just keep healing the world, right? We just keep working and helping people. We just continue to try to make the world a better place for everybody. The world is tough out there. There is a lot of chaos, a lot of pain, a lot of misinformation, a lot of scared, hurt people going around creating more scared, hurt people. Um, I think mindfulness, mental health in general, can be a way to break that cycle, to interject some goodness there, to show people that it can be different. It can be something different, right? Good job, Jacob. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome stuff. We need more people out there. The world will never have enough healers. We will never have enough healers. We need more healers. Anybody that's out there willing to pitch in and help out, I applaud. It's a wonderful profession, but it is definitely challenging, especially being a grief and trauma certified therapist like I am. I deal with the nasty of the nasty, bad of the bad, crazy of the crazy. I hear some things that would make other people's skin crawl. It might cause them to vomit. It's tough. It's tough, and we need more of it. So that's the biggest thing that we need in this world right now: is conflict resolution and emotional regulation. But we need more of that, right? That's what a lot of therapists do. That's where I like live streams like this one, where I'm trying to challenge everybody I can to look at their mental health, to look at the investments they make in themselves, right? To do what I do and help the people in the way I help. I wake up every morning and do a 20 to 30-minute meditation, right? Um, 3 to 4 days a week, I get up and do some powerlifting, right? Like, lift their weights, right? Who knew throwing around big heavy metal objects was going to be this much fun? But it is, right? And then, when I get a chance, I do mall walking up at the Grosvenor Mall before they take it from me. It's a great form of exercise. In between sessions, right? I have a little, 5 to 10 minute gap in between sessions. I'm standing up. I'm doing stretches. I'm doing breathing exercises. I'm doing brain humming, right? I'm doing all kinds of different things to help me with, right? To help process that stress, flush the body out of all that stuff, right? Powerful stuff, right? Um, so as often with this stream, I like to talk mental health and what I've been up to for myself today. Again, this is kind of that video log aspect. The attendance isn't what I want, although we definitely got some people tonight on the TikTok. So for self-care, I've done a pretty good job of getting back in a workout routine. I got 2 days in last week out of the 4 in the Stronger by the Day program. I've already got 2 days. Yeah, I've got 2 days in already this week. I did squat day 1, and I did bench press day 2. So that means I have 2 days in my 4-day cycle, and there's 3 days left in the week. The Sunday resets late enough on Sunday that I can still do this week on Sunday. So 3 days, 2 workouts. Hopefully, I'll be able to get all 4 in. So that's going well. I've started a 21-day meditation challenge. That's really what's helping me inspire to create that. I think it's going to be kind of like a program, uh, club membership, not sure, but to really craft what it is that I want to teach people in order that I want to teach people, right? Again, there's so many people that will never be able to make it to my therapy office. They'll never be able to do therapy with me. But they can tune into my live streams. They can check out my content on the socials, right? They can get something out of it this way, right? They can still benefit from learning these techniques and things. So that's what we're going to keep doing, right? That's what we're going to keep doing. Is keep trying to teach people, show people. In terms of self-care, I think that's kind of it. I mean, I guess one of the big things I want to make sure we touch in about today, again, is video log documenting things, right? We just had a giant snowfall, right? I don't know where you are at right now, but for me, it was about a foot, right? We had about a foot of snow on the back porch. I had to go out and shovel about 3 4 times to get the driveway taken care of. I had to, it snowed what, Sunday, Monday, into Monday a little bit, and Tuesday, and so I was really unable to officially unbury my car. So definitely trapped in the house for a few days with kiddos, right? They're all remote learning all week. It's definitely an interesting section of time with that kind of stuff, right? There's a lot of happening there. It's been for somebody that is very routine driven, right? That really likes his routine. A week like this, where the kids aren't remote and everything's closed and the clients are canceling and clients that never do virtual sessions or are now agreeing to do virtual sessions, right? It is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's been a week, it is for sure. Like today is the first day I actually made it to this office. Right? I've been working from home, been trying to at least get something in. Yeah, it's been quite a week. It's been quite a week. I know that I was here and I did a live stream last Thursday, but I couldn't tell you much about it. Life just seems like it's moving so quick, so fast that I don't even know what the hell's going on. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. That's where I'm really excited to move this to the morning. I think a morning mindfulness power hour is going to be much different for me. As I keep remarking, I get to this live stream, I have all these things I want to say and talk about, all this stuff that I've been thinking about. Uh, and then by the time I get here, because I'm so tired and burnout, it's just all out the window. What's up, Shelby? Uh, so I think that morning is really going to help me be prepared. I am much more of a functioning person in the morning. Uh, so it'll be very exciting to take what we've been building here, what I've been learning and growing as a performer, as a presenter, as a speaker, right? And taking it to the next chapter. This is episode 25 of the Mindfulness Power Hour. My goal when I started out was to do 100 episodes. Let's see where I'm at, see where it takes me. Okay? So we are a quarter of the way there. Right? We are a quarter of the way there. I got 75 more episodes to go until I can call it quits or reevaluate things. Right? I got to stick with it. And I got to tell you, I'm really excited. With the podcast I'm going to be recording with the mindfulness membership club that I'm going to be starting, with hiring other therapists to work along with me. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. We're building big things. We're doing big things. We're continuing to try to save the world. Okay? Somebody's got to fix this broken world. And if nobody else is going to stand up and do it, why the hell not? That's awesome, Shelby. I'm glad he was tuning in. I try so hard. Again, there's only so much time in a therapy session. There's only, so many people are going to make it here to my therapy office. I hope that things like this can help serve as a way to reinforce and teach what it is we do. Right? I tell so many of my clients when we start off that this is a lifestyle change. That we've got to start making different choices on a daily basis. Right? It's that constant investment. And that's what this is. That's what this challenge is here. Right? It's a challenge each and every person out there. Everybody I can to do better, to take that time into itself, to choose self-care. Right? If you follow me at all on the socials, you hear me say that quite often. Choose self-care because it is a choice. We're all busy. We all have tons of shit to do. Right? Our to-do list is all a mile long. Right? Mine over there right now is 5 pages deep. Right? There's always something we could be doing. But what helps us be able to do all those things is the foundation that we build upon, right? And that's our self-care. That's our mental health, right? So sometimes you got to force it. Sometimes you got to manufacture it, right? Sometimes you got to find that inner resolve, that devotion, that dedication to change and make yourself do the thing. Ain't always easy. It certainly ain't. I never, ever, ever will bullshit a client and tell them this is easy shit. This is fucking not. It's not easy shit. But it's some of the most important shit you're ever going to do. Right? What we're talking about here is taking time in for ourselves and growing that healthier brain and learning a bunch of different ways to do it. I really try with these mindfulness power hours to do a different coping skill every time. Not the same one back to back, right? We rotate through. Sometimes it's a meditation, sometimes it's a brain humming exercise. I've done mindfulness eating exercises on here before, right? What we're going to do today, here in a little bit, is we're going to do a mini little sound bath. Typically, there is a whole bunch of different ones in these bowls. I have a set of 7. Each one responds to a different chakra or energy point that you have. So the one that I have here in front of me is what they labeled the F note, or also known as heart. I forgot to print out the thingy. I had it here. Oh man, it's somewhere. I know I found it. I should actually have the actual name, heart chakra. I should probably look it up. I don't, you know it out there. You let me know. So the idea behind the brain humming, the emotional freedom technique, the tapping, right, and as well as these singing bowls is there's these different energy points or chakras in our body, right? And what we found is that when we access those energy points, right, when we activate that vagus nerve or that parasympathetic nervous system, it floods our brain with all those happy brain chemicals and flushes out all the toxic stuff, right? So it can be a very powerful way to not only calm and soothe ourselves in the moment, but also to grow a stronger brain and to get rid of all that toxic stress, right? And that's a big reason we have our anxiety attacks, our panic attacks, our depression spirals, right? It's that buildup of stress, that buildup of bullshit in our body, right? The things like brain humming, things like tapping, things like sound baths help us get rid of all that, right? So whereas right here, right now, I'm going to be playing this single bowl for us for a little bit, right? A true sound bath, which you'll experience if you become a member of my mindfulness membership club, right? To experience a full sound bath, you get all the bowls out, and you play each and every one in different ways, and you can combine the sounds of 2 or 3 bowls together to create this harmony that really just sings to the body, sings to the soul. It's powerful stuff. If you've never attended a sound bath, I suggest you seek one out. They're all over the place nowadays. There's all kinds of us healers and practitioners getting out there and playing with our bowls. It's a very, very powerful meeting. And that mindfulness meetup on Mondays, right, down at Staging Space in Newton. First one's February 23rd. I hope to finish that meeting, that meetup off with a sound bath. The membership club program, society, whatever the heck I end up calling it. I hope that will feature a sound bath at the end of it as well. Right? There's one, I need practice. Right? The only way to get good at something is practice it. Right? So those kinds of events would be awesome for that. But 2, I really want to get booked for sound bath. I really want to do this, whether it's with an HR company, in a company picnic, in a Christmas, right? I want to take this mindfulness out there in the world, right? I want to develop an assembly for schools, right? I think it would be great to go to a school and teach them about mindfulness, right? Teach them about mental health. So that's what this is all about, right? That's why we're doing the podcast, that's why we're doing the live stream, that's why we're doing the membership club. I'm on top of my regular caseload. Just the world needs to do it. So why the hell not? Right? But yeah, I think that's about enough out of my mouth tonight. We talked about the self care, the noted snowstorm that we had that just crippled the area the last couple of days. Uh, Promoted the upcoming event, right? I've done a good job of talking about Monday, February 23rd at Space. We're going to start our Relax and Dream monthly Monday mindfulness meetup series at 7 p.m. at Staging Space in Newton. Suggest a $10 donation. So we're going to talk all things mindfulness and hopefully do sound baths, meditations, and all that together. Uh, this stream here is going to be shifting to a morning power hour. Replays will still be available on YouTube for everybody's watching, listening pleasure afterwards. It's going to be recorded as a podcast when I sign up with the different studios, right? So look out for all of that. Uh, yeah, I really think unless anybody has anything out there that they want to talk about or ask me about, I think what we're going to get to is the demonstration portion of today's power hour. What we're going to be doing here again is a very mini kind of sound bath. Usually a sound bath is an hour and 90 minutes, really giving you that opportunity to get those deep relaxation, right? To really find that inner peace. I only have the one bowl out, and with the setup here, we're going to sit with one bowl tonight. So we're going to go for about 10 to 15 minutes. Um, the goal here is to work on that mindfulness, right? So we're going to be taking our deep breaths, right? Working to calm our system that way. We're going to be actively grounding ourselves with our senses, right? Really checking in with what you can see, hear, touch, and depending on what you're doing, taste, and smell. We really want to focus in on those senses. remember, the whole point of mindfulness, right, is when you're trying to focus on the sounds of the symbol, your brain's going to be coming at you with these thoughts, right? What are we having for dinner? What are the kids doing there? What's happening this weekend, right? We're going to have all those thoughts. And the whole trip of mindfulness is no brain. I'm not thinking about that right now. Right? No brain. I'm not listening to you about that right now. I'm not worried about what happened in second grade brain. I'm focusing on this sound. Right? And the neurons that fire together wire together. The better you get at blocking out those intrusive thoughts, right? The better you get at not acknowledging and paying attention to those random thoughts that distract us and disrupt our day, the easier it gets, right? That's the whole point of this power hour. To try to get people to tune in and focus in for the littlest bit of time. To challenge themselves to take better care of themselves, to notice what is happening in the here and the now. Not worrying about the what ifs, the this, or that. Right? The past, in a way, the past only haunts you. You make the choice to pass. Right? My hope is that we can do stuff like that. Oh, what's up, Mr. Grayson? Just in time for a mini sound bath tonight, young man. Uh, so what I ask of you guys that we're going to do here, again, for the next 10, 15 minutes, just how long I feel like playing, take those deep breaths, check in with those senses, right? Try to clear around you from all the distractions, noise, disruptions you can. Really try to take a few moments to sit down and listen to ourselves, and listen to our brain, kind of focus in on just this noise, just this sound, right? We'll see how it goes. One of the reasons I'm excited about that equipment studios, sound equipment, recording equipment. I think it'll be much easier to mic sound baths and things like that once I get there. So we'll see how this sounds out there for you guys. We'll see if it works out or not sound wise. I don't know. Only one way to find out, right? And that's again why this is one of the last weeks of the Mindfulness Power Hour that will be recorded live here in my office. Hopefully, starting next week, we'll be at a fitness studios down there in Aspenhall. I think it's Aspenhall. Might be Subs, but I don't know. It's one of them near Falls Chapel. Hold on. Let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths. Let's kind of get ourselves nice, calm, and relaxed, ready to listen to this healing, soothing power of my crystal signal bowl, which is today going to vibrate at the heart chakra frequency, which I think is pretty special to mark the last power hour of the hour. Yeah, take this deep breath. Check with those senses. The brain is going to try to steal you away, get you thinking about other things. No brain. Ah, ah. hear it, but it's still ringing. Can't wait to get to the studio so record this the right way. So I'm gonna put stuff out there. Listen to that ringing. Focus on the here, the now. What are those senses sensing? I always say one of my favorite things about leading workshops and doing sound class is I get the benefit from it. I don't know about you guys because again it's through a digital media, which is why the morning the mindfulness meet up there on February 23rd, that Monday at Staging Space would be awesome to be able to feel this in person. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel my heart warming and glowing through these vibrations. It is a lot of fun. Oh, all right, so I'm gonna make it do its singing thing again. A few more moments. We are just about at the 10-ish minute mark. Definitely realizing why I have more than one of these out usually. Just one sounds great. My ADHD brain gets bored pretty quick. It's definitely much better when you have multiple pulse outs. So maybe we'll work on that for future power hours. We'll definitely be working on that for the Monday mindfulness beat up and saging space. It's going to be on a monthly basis starting Monday, February 23rd at the Saging Space in Newcastle. And make sure you guys look out for details in that membership club. We're finalizing that here soon. Take a few more deep breaths. That focus and concentration. Hours of crystal clear. Well, folks, that brings us to a close of another Mindfulness Power Hour, the part of the Pittsburgh chapter of the Church of Agnostic Hope and Wonder, where we hope for a better tomorrow, while we wonder what the fuck is going on. I hope to have provided these guys a nice distraction from all the doom and gloom out there. I hope I've inspired you to take better care of your mental health, make those investments in yourselves. Hopefully, maybe you got turned on enough by the crystal singing boys and you're seek out a sound bath in your home. Please stay tuned. Click that follow, like, subscribe button. Make sure you share the shit out of this stuff. Keep coming back for all the new updates, all the new content, where I will continue to help heal the world with positive interaction at the time. If you want to see something like this in person, Monday, February 23rd at Saging Space in UK, we kick off our monthly mindfulness meetup series. I will be hosting another workshop in Plum in the first 3 weeks of March, and there will be another wellness fair. I believe it is May 30th. Look out for all the details for all of that. Also, make sure you pay attention to the upcoming details of the mindfulness membership club society thing that I'm working on creating. Currently, get in on a blind thing price right now for $13 a month. That's definitely going to get up there as we finalize things. So stay tuned for all those kinds of important details. And I believe that is it. This is the Yinzer Hippie signing off. Again, another wonderful Mindfulness Power Hour. Thank you guys for being here with me. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day. That was fun.